Hey, it's Chuck. If there's a voice in your head that speaks to you in ways that you would never speak to someone you love, then this one's for you. Let's dive into it. Yesterday, I had talked about the difference between guilt and shame. Guilt says I did something bad, whereas shame says I am bad. But here's what I didn't tell you. Shame has a voice and it sounds surprisingly like your own. That voice that tells you that you're not enough or that you're too much or you should have known better. And that voice feels like your own thought processes because it uses your own words, speaks in first person, and shows up so naturally that you've likely never even questioned where it came from. Researchers like Helen Block Lewis and Donald Nathanson have been studying this, and what they found is that shame gets constructed in childhood through repetition. Not one big traumatic event, but repetition. Small moments over years where the message a kid received wasn't that behavior is a problem, but you are a problem. And it didn't have to be cruel. It's just and that's what just trips people up. A parent sighing every time you needed something, a teacher correcting you in front of the class, a family member joking about your body and then telling you that you're too sensitive when you cry about it. None of those moments are abuse, but a kid doesn't have the developmental capacity to say that's your bullshit, not mine. A kid just kind of takes it in and decides that it must be true. But the kid doesn't just store the memory. They build a narrator off of it. By the time they're 10 or 11, they don't even need the adults in their lives to shame them anymore because they've already built an internal version of that does it for them. And the narrator runs for the rest of their lives, unless, of course, somebody points it out to them. The reason just stop being so hard on yourself has never worked is because you think that the voice is you. You think that it's your conscience, your standards, your actual self-thoughts. It's not. It's a pattern that you picked up before you could read from people who didn't even know that they were teaching it to you, and you locked it in because nobody ever helped you question it. And so the next time that voice shows up, the one that says, you're too much or you're not enough or you should have known better, I want you to ask yourself one question. Whose voice was that first? Because it didn't start with you. Somebody slapped you with it like you're Chris Rock at the Oscars, and you've been standing there feeling that sting ever since. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what's actually happening in your brain when that shame hits, because it's not just a thought. It's a full neurological event. And understanding that changes how you deal with it. I'm Chuck, the Bald Therapist. Work on you. Take no bullshit from your shameful inner dialogue or anything else. Remember that you matter, and have a gentle rest of your day.